Hello everyone. The topic for today is summarize categorical data. Right now I want you to pause the video so you can copy down your notes and then resume when you're ready. So the first thing that we need to do is look at our tallies and count those to make the relative frequency chart. So the first group is 5, second group is 6, next group is 4, and then we have 10. So we're going to use that information to make a percent bar down here at the bottom so that we can show a representation of how many people chose science, social studies, math, and reading. First thing that we need to do is label the bar so that we know what we're looking at. So the top row we're going to do percent, and then the bottom row we're going to do people. So we always start with zeros on the left side. 100 would be the edge of the bar for percent. And then since we have a total of 25 people, we're going to put 25 there at the bottom. Now we need to fill in the lines in between so that we know how many people that represents and what percentage. So the first line, that's 25%. Then we have 50 and 75. Well, here we're going to divide this up, and we're going to round because it's not going to work out perfectly. So this will be about 13 people. Oh, excuse me. The 13 would go here, and then that would give us, we'll call this 7 people. And we'll call this 19. So now we're going to fill this in based on the frequency. So we're going to use different colors here. So science will be that color. Social studies will be that color. Math will be this color, and then we'll leave reading blank essentially. We won't use a different color for that so that we can tell the difference as far as where everything stopped. So let's start off with the the science, and that was 5 people, so it's going to stop about right here, and then we're going to shade that in. Next we have social studies. That's 6 people, so we have discussed a total of 11 people, so we'll say that's about right there. So let's shade that part in. Then math, we have 4 people. So that's going to take us to 15 total people, which we'll say is about right there. And let's shade that in. And then the rest would be reading, so everything remaining from this point all the way to here would be a part of the reading. So there's our other 10 people. So there's our percent bar graph, and we have summarized the data by breaking it into categories, which are science, social studies, math, and reading. Looking at another example, we are going to create the relative frequency table as well as create the percent bar graph. So first, we had 3 people that chose pizza. We had 6 people that chose burgers. We had 10 people that chose mac and cheese, 4 people that chose salad, and 2 people that chose chicken as their favorite food. So we have a total of 25 people. Well, we broke the percent bar graph into 5 sections. So again, the percent is going to be on the top, people is going to be on the bottom. So we start off with zeros here. That is 100%, and 25 because that's the total number of people. So looking at the breakdown, this is 20, 40, 60, and 80 for the percentages. And for the amount of people, we have 5, 10, 15, and 20 to fill in the gap there. So now we have to fill in that relative frequency chart on the percent bar graph. So again, looking at pizza, we had 3 people, so that's about right here. So let's shade that in. And we use that color. Okay. Next, we had burgers, so that was 6 people. So that's going to take us to about right there. And let's shade that in. We use that color for burgers. Mac and cheese. That was 10 people. So that's going to take us to about there. And again, some of this is not going to be exact, but you should be able to get close enough. So we'll shade that in, like so. And we use that color for mac and cheese. Then salad. That was 4 people. So that takes us to about right here. Let's shade that in. We use that color. So the remainder is 2. So that last section we'll leave unshaded just so that we can have a difference. But that is our percent bar graph using that information. Looking at some more examples, here we are given a percent bar graph and we're asked to summarize it before we had the information and we had to put it into a percent bar graph. So looking at the bar graph, well, the cutoff for cookies is there. There's the cutoff for cakes. And we have to summarize that. Well, about 40% of the desserts at this bake sale were cookies. So that will help us narrow down our answer choices. So that eliminates choice D because it says that 20% of them were cookies. Well, the mode, remember the mode means that is the number that occurs most often. Well, there were more cookies than anything else there, so the mode would be cookies. So that eliminates that choice. And it says there are almost twice as many cookies as cakes versus there are almost twice as many cookies as cakes for choice B, but choice B also says that 40% of the desserts sold were cakes. So B is not correct. Therefore, the correct answer is A. I want you to solve question number 4. Bring that answer along with any questions that you may have with you to class tomorrow.